Well, if you're like me and you use the one-year Bible, you'll know we've just gotten into the book of Joshua. The first part of Joshua chapter 1 is one of my favorite parts of the Bible. God says several things. Moses, my servant, is dead. Be strong and courageous. Obey everything I've commanded you. And take my people into the promised land. I think I like it for several reasons. Number one is I sort of like the honesty of Moses, my servant, is dead. It isn't that he didn't grieve the passing of Moses, it's just the reality that they were facing. The old times, the things that they knew have passed and gone. So for us, things are different now with this COVID-19. And we might pine for the way things were, but the truth is we're going into the future and it's going to be different. We don't know how. But we can do that with confidence because God says to us, as he said to Moses and as he said to Joshua, I am with you every step that you take. And because of that, you can do two things. You can be strong and courageous. I remember from Hebrew class that the way the Hebrew language works is they often use two words that are very, very similar to just make it rounded. And that's the same thing if you read what is strong, they define it as courageous, and if you look at what is courageous, they define it as being strong. It's kind of strong, it's sort of like standing firm, being ready to go against the blizzard coming against you. And being courageous is not being afraid and moving forward. And then he says, obey everything I've commanded you to do. And this time when we have to be strong and courageous in the face of this pandemic, it's important we just keep doing what Jesus says to do. Show forgiveness, show grace, have hope, live in faith, live in trust. But the reason that God tells Joshua, my servant is dead, be strong and courageous, obey everything I'm going to give you to do, was not just for Joshua's sake, but so that he could take God's people into the promised land. And so let's remember, as God is with us and God strengthens us and encourages us, it's not just for our sake, but it's so that we can help and minister to other people. We've got a hill to climb, COVID-19, but God's with us throughout that whole way. And on the other side of the hill, though we might not know all that's going to be there, in many ways, it's going to continue to be the promised land of grace, truth, and love. God bless.